Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, days and thems, welcome back to a new episode of Negro Jump. Negro Jump. I am Jarrod Fortune, joined by Cordero Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to talk about all things anime and manga and nerdy, and hear me ramble off about whatever, and just, the usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
The usual ish.
Listen, if it ain't broke.
And by this point, whew,
There we go.
sorry. By this point, if whether you're old or new listener, you should know about our many other links and places that you can see our faces on the internet. Check us out on linktree.com/jumpent. That is JUMPENT. Everybody. That is right. This podcast is called Negro Jump, but you get our other links at Jump ENT.
Sir.
Linktree. That's TikTok while it's still legal. Who knows? By the time you hear this, it might be banned. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram,
gonna survive.
YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see the full episode. If you're currently listening to this, you can watch the full episode of our well-lit faces right now and get other content from us in the gang. Shout out to the one and only Nathaniel out in Massachusetts. Still rocking with him. Con coverage. Some in between cuts. Us just shooting the ish. Yeah, check all of those things out on YouTube. Then we also have a Patreon, which pays the bills, which pays for studio time here at Pattern and Home. Shout out to the patrons for keeping this going for so long. 3 years now, right? Well, 4 years by the time this.
Yeah.
By the time this episode's there,
Season 4, baby.
It'll be season 4, 4 years into this. Just to let you know, every dollar that goes into Patreon comes back into production, pays for the things that are needed to get done to shoot this very podcast that you're listening and watching right now. Patreon's not set to any maximum or minimum. Whatever you want to give. You want to commit $1 a month? Go for it. You want to commit 10? We'll take that too.
We'll take that.
And in
all
return,
anime tithes.
all of it.
And offerings. Anything.
So what that gets you, you get access to the YouTube private playlist of all of our past live streams that we've done, playing games, hanging out. You also get bonus monthly meetings to get to see the inner workings behind the scenes and what's going on here at Jump. What we're planning, what we're plotting, what we would like to do, things like that. In that nature, you also get a backlog of bonus episodes from before this was even Negro Jump, just me with a microphone and a just a raggedy, there's no other word to say it, raggedy laptop. Just getting it done. So yeah, you get to hear all of that. But yeah, with the Patreon. So shout out to all those things. Without further ado, what we talking about today?
So we talked about this previously, and we've been rocking with anime for a minute. We've been investing in things like Crunchyroll and VRV to just kind of like, hey, we really enjoy this anime. We want to watch more of this. It's becoming more popular day by day, year by year. So popular now that damn near every streaming site wants a piece. Every streaming site, they want a little bit. They're like, oh, people pull up and watch and add to these numbers for this? For these cartoons?
This takes me back to Saturday morning cartoon days.
We in the digital era of the anime takeover of TV.
Woo! That don't even sound right.
Because we all remember, we was like, oh man, we watching Recess, we watching this. Like, nigga, what is JetX? What's all this? What's going on? Hold up, what's this? Kirby? Hold up, what's this? Ultimate Muscle? Hold up, what's this? Wait,
Digunder.
Wait, what?
Huh? Beyblade? Metabots.
Let it rip.
Hamtaro?
What is happening? What is going on? Bobo. We watched it. Us in the 90s, we watched anime slowly start taking over TV, right? And it was a great time. And now anime is in this place where it has its own apps, but now other apps want anime because we got several apps with exclusives. That's kind of what I want to talk about because we've been watching a bunch of stuff and I'm realizing I'm flipping several apps to watch other stuff too. It started for me with Vinland Saga. I crept on the Vinland Saga because I finally got Amazon Prime because I was like getting stuff for Jump, stuff for regular, just like, oh, fine, let me get this 2-day shipping, right? And nobody's checking for video. Ain't nobody checking for Amazon.
No, because it's so random.
Yeah.
Like it goes from like, oh, y'all got Double Dragon anime series.
Yeah.
Like, well, you got Jackie Chan Adventures too. Like
nobody initially is checking for Amazon Video, right? Not until like the last couple of years, because the boys been holding it down. But
there's a Highlander anime.
I'm just sitting here high one day. I'm just looking at it. I was like, y'all got some anime. And I was like, what's this, John? What's this? And two animes kind of like popped out at me. One was Dororo, which I don't know. I looked at it, like the cover doesn't look too like crazy. It's just like this kid's face and it looks like he's in a samurai type thing. So maybe old thing. And it's just a whole other, like, it's crazy. It's wild. Kid, he's like a demon puppet child that needs to gain his senses by killing demons. It's a whole thing, right? So like that. And then I'm actually a big like history fan. So I was like, oh yeah, Vikings? What's this about? Vinland Saga. And somebody said something about it a long time ago. And I was like, let me watch it. And I'm like locked in. And I realized, I was like, oh yeah, maybe I can watch like this on Crunchy while I'm watching so-and-so. Because I was like, sometimes you just want to stay on one app. Can't find it. Won't be there. And then the wheels started to turn. And then some of your favorite shows that you grew up with and that you're also a fan of is now like just straight up Netflix exclusive. Like, you gotta go here to get it. So that's just been interesting for me. Like, has that been difficult for you switching apps just to watch anime now? Or
now as you mention it, yeah. I'm like, so that's where a little bit of fatigue and haziness come from. Where you just like, I kind of don't watch this. It's like, wait, is it on YouTube or is that on Netflix again?
Right.
Like they finally.
Is that on Fox? Like is that on NBC? You see where we at?
But like, and then also waiting for something to drop.
Yes.
Like finally, Monster is available.
Right.
On Netflix.
Yes.
Only sub.
Well, then I'm gonna go back to YouTube.
It's gone. They wiped it. It's clean. You can't no Monster. Right when I was getting close to that halfway mark, they took it, snatched it. It was just like, nope, not this masterpiece. You're not getting it.
That is interesting. It's where we're at, where these properties are getting these annual stays on and we've seen this before with our television. Like it'll be like, damn, I can only see Breaking Bad on this thing, or I can only see to see with anime now, expecting it to be like, oh, probably just on Crunchyroll or VRV or Funimation app. No, like Netflix wants some of that pie.
Netflix been in,
but Netflix has been. Yes,
Netflix has been pulling
Shout
the
out
pies
to
out
Netflix.
The oven. They've been
slow baking.
Let me give you a little memory for me. So let me take you back to, let's go 2010, 2011. 19 at the time. I've had a Netflix account now for probably about a year or two. Still had DVDs.
So you were still getting the monthly DVDs?
I was trying it. A little family backstory. I had a very smart cousin who decided to go under my Netflix account and then upgrade it for me to the DVDs, and then just order a bunch of DVDs and tell me to go check my PO box. I'm like, why? What are you talking about? That I see what he did. I was like, you little asshole. I'm like, just for that, I'm gonna tell him to send all the shit back, and I'm gonna just get something I want, just because you want to do something that smart. So I did that, and what they had on backlog were episodes of One Piece 4Kids dub that I never saw. So it was just like a disc that just says not available, and we'll like coming soon. So I forgot what I was even talking about. I got tight all over again about that story.
You got flustered.
I got flustered. I was like, that little nigga.
You got flustered.
He didn't hack.
Yeah.
Went to my account.
Is this Terrence?
No, this is somebody else. I'm not going to just start naming out all the family.
No,
I left them nameless for a reason.
Just because he's we all know Terrence. So, all the old jump heads, they know.
Terrence is still a pirate out here.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
That was the trenches, by the way. That was the trenches. We was really in the trenches. No, you were saying how basically you were just shouting out Netflix for it being one of those original to have it. So you're saying it didn't have this DVD, but did it have One Piece at one point in time or no?
They had other ones. They just didn't have that one that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
But of course, I think by this point you were able to stream. So they had obscure things like I believe they had Witchblade on there at one point.
Yeah, I believe so.
Soul Eater was their number one.
That was a big staple.
That was like their number one. Mm-hmm. Then they had things like
Paranoia,
Black Blood Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I'm mixing Netflix up with Comcast On Demand, who had a very specific taste.
So I mean, and that's a precursor that probably nobody Gen Z even knows about or remembers. Where it was like we had a DVR, which was like a little like recorder, basically it was like half a gig worth of, probably even less than that, just to save shows and you can watch it later. And then they had just random channels be like, we got stuff on here. Just click the button. You can watch it if you want.
I didn't know that there was an anime network channel.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you got that, and your Netflix was holding us down for a minute. That was for me one of the things that got me out of the trenches of like pirating for a little bit. Where it was like, oh well, I got my Xbox now, and then I'm on Netflix watching with the homies, and then wait, they got anime? Mm-hmm. Hold up, wait a minute. What's Naruto? Wait, hold on, what's going on? Like just, and random stuff. Samurai Champloo again. I can watch Samurai Champloo in full because a lot of these shows you had to stay up at 2 a.m. and you watch episode 2, then episode 4, then back to episode 1 for some weird reason because they didn't know what it was.
Right.
But yeah, it's weird that now everything is sprouting, but it's still now separated like it was years ago. Where it's like, damn, I really gotta hop.
Gotta hop and pray that you know somebody with one of the 8 accounts
to
stream something.
Yeah.
So like me being lucky that like yes, I got access to Hulu for the.
What does a typical day of trying to watch anime look like? Swapping with like how do you have to start? Typically?
So sometimes I start off with Pluto. Who has they have an anime streaming channel that you can watch things like Bleach or like Tiger Mask or Hunter x Hunter. Then there's a Yu-Gi-Oh streaming channel, Naruto streaming channel, One Piece streaming channel, Lupin the Third streaming channel, and now a Sailor Moon streaming channel. Most of these are subbed. The One Piece, Sailor Moon are subbed. Yu-Gi-Oh's in dub, and it has like majority of the seasons. Seasons dub. I think Lupin's there. So it's like I might just turn on like, all right, where Luffy and Straw Hat's at? Like, oh, I remember this. Or like just turn on random Sailor Moon episodes. Like, all right, cool. Let that play for a second so I can think of something, and then usually just go to VRV. Because now I'm starting to forget that Netflix, dude, like they have things I want to watch. There's so many things spread out.
They have a lot. Yeah.
That I'm like, damn, I forgot you had Shaman King.
Right. Yeah, Shaman King. We earlier talked about Stone Ocean and how that's a Netflix exclusive.
Just the season, not JoJo.
Not JoJo. Just the season. But then also them doing originals, things like putting Baki Hanma and like all these other things on there. They're buying and investing into it. And I noticed that early with like when they were like, all right, we're gonna try animated originals. Let's try Castlevania. This like anime-esque like thing. And it blew up. People liked it. So they're like, all right, let's start doing Netflix original anime for other mangas that may not.
Or video games.
Or video games that just may not have it yet. Which is crazy because it's like, I'm sure things like Crunchy or whatever would eventually, like, I'm sure some studio would have picked it up eventually. But Netflix is like, no, let's just get on the forefront. Like Netflix got a whole anime studio.
Just have it.
That's crazy.
Let's just have it.
That's crazy. What's that kid? The kid, Kitaro, whatever. The little
Kintaro stays alone.
Stays alone, like just random stuff like this.
Cannon Busters.
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Which is like cosplayers all over love it. It like won a bunch of awards for stuff. It's like, yo, Netflix out here picking quality anime like representation, but then you got to go there, and then randomly it's like, all right, so like randomly we find out like one of the go-to shows of all times coming back, right? All right, who's gonna get it? Like, who's gonna get it? It's coming back. Holy shit! Like, yo, who's getting this show?
They left us in the shadows about where Bleach was being streamed at for felt like months,
but felt like years. It felt like what's the Bankai that they time slows forever?
It wasn't even a Bankai.
It wasn't even a Bankai. It was a poison on his blade. That was it.
He just poisoned him.
Yeah.
And then he stabbed him and then walked away from him.
Walked away. Just left us wondering, yo, where's our baby boy? Landed.
First you tell me it's coming back. And it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then you see the trailer, it's like, fuck out of here. It ain't coming. And then it's like, oh no, it's coming.
It's coming.
Coming next year. It was like, but where is it? Crunchyroll, right? It's like, nope.
Disney.
When I heard that, I got so sad. I was like, no, why is it on
Yeah.
there? Why is it?
And this is when it clicked for me where I was like, damn, they really are buying up anime because Disney took Bleach from us? Like, that should be Crunchyroll day one.
They bought it and just threw it at Hulu. It was like, you know what to do with it.
Threw it at Hulu.
You know what to do with it.
Well, and that was the big fear we had was like, there's no way this fits. You were on a stream just going off about it. It's like, there's no way this fits on this app.
No.
There's no way that Soul Reapers can stand next to like Iron Man. Like,
no.
You can't.
Captain America, Black Panther.
Captain sandwich between
Gargoyles, 90s X-Men, Spider-Man, animated
and a
series,
Simpsons episode.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast live action.
Yeah. And then just
What? Wolverine, what are you doing? It's like, what is this? What's going on? Haven't even Well, everybody just sit down, please. Just sit down. Sit down. It's a little much for me. Why didn't they Tony Stark?
I'll save you. They know it. They know it. It's
Bucky,
not.
stand down.
Eat my shorts.
Yeah. And then just like some Nat Geo. This rock has been preserved for over 2,000 years. It having Disney Plus.
It threw my head for a loop.
I was excited. I was like, what? Disney Plus?
Yeah.
What? They're giving us all of this? And then you get it and you're like, damn, I didn't seen all of this before. I already saw it. I already saw all of it. I thought I forgot about it. And you watch it.
You watch it like, nope.
I remember this.
Yep. I know exactly how it goes.
I would say the only thing that saves Disney Plus is being able to watch the Powerline performance on a Goofy movie over and over again.
Yeah. But even that, they nerfed it, which is why I was like, because
what you mean they nerfed it?
It's a shorter movie, so they now everything they release from like older era of them, like their animation, they cut out the more like non-PC, unsensitive. Like, so Goofy movie is missing like maybe like 10, 15 minutes of scenes. Because of all the like weird Pauly Shore references.
Trash it.
Yeah.
Trash the whole
movie.
Yeah.
There's a part in the scene where he's like he's daydreaming, where he like brushes her boob in the 90s show and it was supposed to be fine, but they're like, nah, cut it. Cut the whole thing. Cut the whole thing. 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But
so we gonna put Bleach on that? Okay.
It's like you cut that, but then you just let the whole MCU rock of people getting stabbed up, just disintegrating.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm the only one.
All right.
Yeah. But and people, I remember when that was coming out, people were they were shocked and they were like upset because they were like, is it going to be nerfed? Is it going to be this? And I had found out about this show that Disney bought, like the same way Netflix decided to support a show. They bought this show called Summertime Rendering. And it's on Hulu. I didn't even know where they put it because they said they took it down from Disney Plus, and I thought it was just gone, but they shipped it over to Hulu because Disney owns Hulu. So that is fantastic, and it's beautifully made. It's like 26 some episodes. It's solid. Like, I'm not finished with it yet, but like I'm here for it. So I'm like, yeah, keep doing that, but stop scaring us with these headlines. Like,
I can only imagine how some people felt when they found out Dragon Ball Z Kai went from Saturday morning cartoons to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, I gotta go to Nick to watch Goku fight Frieza?
Yeah, that's a weird transition. That's a weird I thought it was weird when they bought when Nickelodeon bought Ninja Turtles, and I was like,
shit. When they bought Power Rangers, I was like, whoa, whoa. Disney gave it up.
Yeah, Disney gave it up.
Like it's out of mind. We don't know what the fuck to do with this anymore.
Yeah, and I bet they regret that decision every day.
I don't know, man.
I bet
Super Sentai is getting harder and harder to sell.
Yeah,
because it. What did they end off at Disney? Disney stopped. I want to say,
was it the pirate joints?
It was before the Pirates. It was like they stopped at I think the ones like Jungle Fury. So it's like animal karate stuff, and then it went into Samurai.
I don't remember that.
So and that's when it started. Was like, oh, I'm officially old because now we're on like 10 plus seasons of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but I saw the Super Sentai version of that. It's like, all right, they keep going on. They do like Samurai, they do Pirates, they do like Secret Agents, they do dinosaurs again. Well, I think in between the Secret Agents and the dinosaurs, they did trains. And it's like, we don't know how to fucking
can't sell this.
Trains? Like, that's all y'all do is trains. Like, yup.
Yeah.
You wear your wristband, got a track on it. You load your train. You toot your horn and you transform.
Thomas the Train Engine.
And how do they combine? They just stack together side by side, and then they like just like walk up. And I'm like, that looks like a terrible Megazord.
Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, it works better on Transformers.
Like, they barely pulled off the one that was like Secret Agents that fought in like some alternate world. They barely pulled that off. Barely. So it's the whole passing of IPs to like platforms or services, like streaming services or networks. It feels like anime was the first one to really do that here in America when all these new channels were popping up. Yeah. And it was like, well, we need something to fill it for these 4 to 5 hours when nobody's up. Yeah. So give them anime.
Give them anime. Whoever that was in that board meeting that like made the deal, that guy's goated. He's somewhere. He's doing all the right moves now.
Oh yeah, he's up there with Hans Saban.
Yeah.
Like, give it Hans Saban.
Because that dude was sitting in his cubicle. He was already watching like an episode of Dragon Ball and just like, damn, you know what, man? Like maybe if we just cleaned up a little bit. Like I don't know, man. Like what's his character? Oh shoot. Well, it's like, what, Kirby? Sonic got anime. Like he's just going through in his head. He's like we gotta creep it in. You know what I mean? Like a drug. You just gotta give him a taste of it. All right, now. Let's try some Ultimate Muscle. Let's try a little more.
Well, before we even get to that, I will say the one that took the biggest risk was the people over at Fox. Yeah. For the children's block, because I will say I was so invested into Fox Saturday morning cartoons because like it gave me that feel of like television, and voice acting to a certain extent was like, yeah, these are programs for kids, so they only acted up for so long, so good. Like the voice actor, the talent is young that are on these shows. So you're only getting but so much, but to wake up Saturday morning and you get a show like Digimon, Escaflowne, NASCAR racers. Yeah. The throwback. It's before Fox Box with Kirby in them. Yeah. And then like that sci-fi movie Evolution had an animated cartoon. Yeah.
And then wasn't that with Men in Black or no?
Men in Black was UPN, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. They also had I just had it. That's weird stuff. What, Life of Louie, Bobby's World? Yeah. So they were just like, fuck it. It's animated? Give it a You got jokes, or like you dubbed it? Give it
I think at that time they was still like trying to prove themselves to like the ABCs and the NBCs.
Fighting Food on? Yeah. But they ain't had to prove, because they had me say, they were like, look, we want to show you some shit you wasn't even thinking about. I guarantee it. It was like, you lying. Point the Time Detective. Tell me you ever saw that before. Tell me you seen some shit like that before. That's not Fred Flintstone. That's Flint.
You're not getting this.
His daddy turned into a sledgehammer. You're not getting this nowhere. And then Foxbox was like, we all in. Put all the chips in.
Who had Monster Rancher?
I think that was wait, hold up. All right, now I'm gonna get a little nerdy for you.
Yeah.
Show some concern to y'all as a child. That I of course, being this far in the anime and just nerd video game stuff, I'm not taking nothing serious, but I took my children's program very serious. So when I see hands being passed over and stuff disappearing, I'm like, wait, hold up. Y'all wasn't doing this a year ago. Monster Rancher was on ABC Family, if I'm not mistaken. Or excuse me, or was it Fox Family before? It was like a Fox Family and an ABC Family, and then they just passed off, and then it went from Monster Rancher to Beyblade, and then Metabots, and then they had another gym on there that I'm definitely forgetting, but that was like another. If you had cable and this channel was on, you didn't know they were showing anime.
Yeah,
you did not know.
Yeah, because Monster Rancher was like it's a deep cut. Like, what the hell is it? It's like they like Pokemon, like Digimon, but they like.
You gotta have the CD.
Yeah,
to get it.
You
gotta have it. You gotta find the disc.
Yeah,
and then revive it, and then now you get a monster.
Yeah,
you don't catch it.
Yeah. It was a wild time.
It what?
It was a wild time. It was a very
It made you explore your channels.
Anime doing it again, making you actually check up on these apps you don't normally check up on. Because I wouldn't be on Amazon otherwise. I wouldn't be on there. That hell, Disney Plus needed another anime. Well, they tried with that Star Wars joint, but it's too small.
Now let's kind of shift a little bit. What makes something anime?
Like anime as we know it. Japanese made cartoon.
Well, you just said the Star Wars animation, the shorts they had.
Well,
was like anime. I'm like,
those were anime shorts because because there was 6 of them, and at least half of them were actually Japanese artists. So one of them was like one of the guys from Studio Ghibli. He did one, and then there was like 3 or 4 others that were whoever it was who animated it, created it, was Japanese. And they just wanted to give them the property and be like, hey, why don't you give us your idea of what a Star Wars universe would be like? And so I consider those anime because it's like, yes, it was Star Wars property, but it's like, no, you let them do it and do it the way they wanted to. Honestly, it was better than a lot of shit you've been doing for the last 10 years. The fight with the Sith Lord, the black woman with the fro and the umbrella sword, I'm like, yeah, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How in 5 minutes did you just like top the last 6 movies you've made? That's crazy.
Right. In one short.
Nigga just collecting. He's a Sith collecting Sith lightsabers because he's trying to redeem himself because he's come on, man. You just gave me Rurouni Kenshin Star Wars and just ended in 7 minutes? How dare you?
Now I asked that question, how can you tell something's anime? Because I just carry just the kind of as a rule of thumb. It was like, all right, was it made in Japan? Was it animated in Japan? But then even that rule's broken because then you sit on TikTok long enough that somebody's telling you like, hey, Scooby-Doo was animated in Japan. And you're like, well, I guess Scooby-Doo was anime.
Might as and it hits. It slapped. It hit different.
Or like I saw a video recently, someone making an argument for Avatar being an anime, that they put it in like the style of like, what if this was just being shown as an anime? And it just looked like an episode of Avatar. Nothing was really changed.
Yeah.
Except for what you just had them like just goofing around a little more. Like it looked exactly the same.
Maybe it's Japanese made and created, I guess. Maybe we make it anime. Like, because it's like, all right, cool, yeah, you have Avatar, but we already know what Avatar was going for initially. Then it got serious. And then the last few seasons felt a lot like anime. Because it was like, but at first that was a cartoon. Book 1 was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Monster of the day, bad guy of the day. He finishes it. We're good to go. It wasn't until like 3 when they're like, oh, he gotta hide, and now he got to be part of the fire school, and we got to do all this other stuff, and now we prepping for a thing, and then we get Zuko's side of the story. Like now this is some animation. It's just like, because cartoons like that really weren't doing it like that.
Like I feel like it takes away from what we bring to the table, like America and our artists and animators and what we can and what we have been doing. To like, if we hadn't already been putting in the work for what we have been doing, and you can also point to the fact that we stole a lot of stuff too. Like Walt Disney.
Yeah. Lion King is Kimba.
Yeah.
We stole from anime.
If I'm not mistaken,
one of the greatest Disney movies of all time is stolen from anime.
If I'm not mistaken, I love both of them. I saw an anime, like a dark anime, like Little Mermaid before.
Yeah, I bet you did.
So like, if these like this already exists, we've been like taking from each other, then appreciate what we've done in the space of like animation. Again, I think I'm probably the only person still talking about this cartoon to this day. Like NASCAR races is pretty.
NASCAR races hit.
That was wild.
You just opened up a old memory.
No, that was a wild time.
Yeah.
And talk about diversity. Yeah. Within the first 2 episodes. First 2 episodes, you get a NASCAR team of course, it got to be the straight edge white guy.
Yeah, red blood American.
Then you have the Latino
Marlboro,
fella,
North Carolina.
And then power ups for their cars like match their, I guess, the person. Yeah. So we're like, he just had twin jets on his side. The Latino driver did like trick stuff, so like, of course, thrusters on the bottom,
hydraulics,
and he was just like drive on 2 wheels. Then you had the black guy. This was a wild pitch. It was like black guy, former ace pilot for the U.S. Air Force, but now he has PTSD. Why is he driving a car then? And why is his power up that his car can now sprout wings? And if this nigga's in the air for too long, he starts sweating and hands start shaking, and he don't know if he can land back on the track. And then on top of that, first episode, they fire a driver that's a dirty driver, and they put in the owner's daughter who makes all the cars. And you're like, damn, I never seen this before. Let's keep going. Where does this team go? They not always racing either. They outside, bar fights and shit. The rival group always trying to sabotage them. These motherfuckers had a whole T2 Android arc with like a top elite driver. They was like, who was this guy?
He's like a liquid Android or something?
Nah, like it was like a moment where it was like the climax of it was just like, I'm gonna beat this guy no matter what. It was like, be careful. Like he hurt you last time, and he beat him, and there's a big track explosion. And it's like, oh, I hope he's okay. And then this motherfucker just walking out, eyes red, face melting and shit. I'm like, Saturday morning. This is Saturday morning.
That's wild.
This is Saturday. Right after I had my bowl of cereal.
Then where did we lost our way in traditional animation? Is that what it is? Because yeah, we do deserve respect. And like what you're saying is like, so we should claim Avatar as an American thing because it's so good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Don't just give it because it inspires to give you that feeling. Yeah. Absolutely, the inspiration is there. The creators will say it's inspired by anime. But give them credit for being,
because that is a very original work that even some anime, animes,
say a name.
Even a certain one of the most popular animes out right now. My Hero is doing Avatar stuff.
I'll post 2 images right now side by side of what it looks like exactly, shot for shot.
We've seen the lineup. We know where that came from.
This came from Avatar.
So I agree with that. I also feel like we shied away from traditional animation because it's crazy is that like flat styled almost 2D animation. Like the thing is, anime is now starting to add a little bit of 3D just to enhance certain scenes, but it still goes back to it's a cartoon.
Yes.
What we stopped doing, and I won't even blame Toy Story for it, but I'll just say that crossover from Toy Story being like, damn, this is the first 3D animated feature film, sold millions of dollars, did all these numbers. We never look back because look at the shows that started coming out afterwards. Like We got what Jimmy Neutron, all 3D. That was another banger that hit.
Reboot. The New Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Beast Wars, Donkey Kong.
Or Xavier 2000.
I don't know what that nigga is. He got a snake leg, a goat arm. Like,
he was a chimera.
He was a chimera, yeah.
He was a chimera.
I think we just like, because we had bangers. We had Gargoyles is fantastic. X-Men was fantastic. But maybe we just didn't put the capital behind it anymore, or just like we didn't shift it. Because I've always thought about that with like Disney princesses and like all those movies. I was like, yo, where the 2D animation at, man? Like, where's that, man? I like, it's aesthetically pleasing to me, and I feel like Japan was just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep with this. Like, we can do 3D, but like the drawing, you know what I mean? The calligraphy, whatever.
Bread
it's
and butter.
The bread and butter. Keep your pen game strong. Draw it out. We'll get there. We'll get there. But
imagine the first person to pull up to the Mafia Studios with an iPad and a static glove. What the hell is this?
What
is this?
Yeah.
Who hired this guy?
Get him out of here. All right, well, you're going to draw foot soldiers in the back. That's what you're going to do. Yeah. Now, granted, they are doing a lot of the cells they're doing are digital now, but it's still the same. Like, get back to it. Because we can do it. If we dropped like just a dope cartoon, just like brought something back, I'll bring NASCAR races back.
If they can. If there's even an audience for it, because it was a stretch.
Yeah.
Just at Fox, it was even like, all right, man. Like, I don't know if we could work this. We tried doing a crossover of Digimon and NFL, and that was a weird time.
Nigga, what?
It was a very weird time.
I'm looking this up right now.
Yeah, what was it the Digi Bowl?
Digi Bowl.
There was it was a battle going on in Digimon, and for whatever reason, they had Terry Bradshaw and a few commentators giving play-by-play.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, very weird time.
When the NFL on Fox themes kick, yes. Terry Bradshaw hosting Digimon Super Bowl for Fox Kids in 2002. Right. It's a Reddit thread.
That's right.
That has 81 upvotes and 14 comments.
He's like, what is
Somebody knows about this.
Yes.
That is wild.
It was a very wild time. So
wild time.
So it's yeah, we're in a weird space, man, right now, where animation as a whole is coming to a head. Everybody's being influenced by everybody.
Yeah.
And we're all just getting to sit back and enjoy the work. Like the time that's being put into it and weighted on it and being like, wow. Again, as I always say, when One Piece started Wano, you felt that energy of like, oh shit, this is new and different, but it's still One Piece.
Yeah.
The tradition of like this is flat on a flat surface, but because you did that little thing of heightening the colors and then adding texture to it somehow, just made it that much more better.
It's a viewing style that's still, I don't see how it's not, at least in America, how it's not as like prevalent as it should be. I don't know why. It's just like, hey, do it more. Like, because otherwise Japan gonna keep getting them slots. They gonna keep.
They bought all of them gone. It's done, man. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
They all bought out. With the MCU is, I don't want to say in shambles, but I'm pretty sure like, I don't want to say in shambles because this type of run. They pulled a One Piece run. It's like, how did you feed me all of this over a decade?
You sure did,
and you pulled it off.
You did a damn good job.
But now it's like, all right, I don't no disrespect to the movie, but Shang-Chi did not have to be 2.5 hours.
No, that's fair.
It did not.
That's absolutely fair.
This movie did not have to be 2.5 hours.
That's fair.
So once you
movies in general don't have to be 2.5 hours.
No.
All right. I want to get back to 90 roughly 100 minute runtimes. 98-minute runtime, man. Come on. We know what filler is because we lived the anime life. We know what filler is. We didn't need this scene.
I know it got bad when I was talking about Demon Slayer with a friend, and specifically the Mugen Train, and they were upset on not being able to get more Rengoku in his background, and I'm like, oh, you forgot. Well, not just the person, but like we all forgot what just telling the story was. You just start right here. Some shit happens. We go home. Look, you meet some people. You may get invested.
Yeah.
But that's it. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
And that's it.
I'll give another example.
Not everything has to be a TV show.
Blade 2. Remember the ragtag group he linked up with?
Yeah.
All them niggas died. About 45 minutes in.
Done.
Dead.
Done.
All of them dead.
All of them talk cash shit the whole way down too.
The samurai.
Yeah.
You had what's the dude that played Hellboy?
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman
had him in the club.
With twin gun blades.
Yeah.
We had Ron Perlman with twin gun blades. You had a muscle man with axe hammer with a spike and
the stake on the back,
on the end of it. And everybody else is like carrying guns. It was like 5 or 6 of them. And Blade. And they fighting these like vampire like beings like mutants. He's like, oh, they about to run shop. All them niggas dead. All of them.
Done.
One of them was infected, walked into the stores. Just all dead.
Don't need the extra backstory. Don't need nothing.
And you learn all their names too. And guess what? Don't remember a single one because they all died. That's it. It's done. Just let it go, man. Move on to something else.
Yeah. And it gets you where you need to go faster because it's like, hey, because we did what we did with, Mugen Train arc, we got right to entertainment and it did not disappoint. Oh my God. It did not disappoint.
Oh my God. That might be the best 2 episodes in anime history that I've seen. If not history, just my personal list of like, I don't know what else could top that.
Visually, it's the most insane. I think it's the best you'll ever see anime. Technically, it is insane. It is insane. The 3D, the 2D, the switch, the camera. It's like you realize, why am I watching a camera rotate in an anime right now? This makes no sense. This shouldn't be happening.
And then the intensity just doesn't stop. Like it just keeps escalating. And you're like, holy shit, what's about to happen? Because everybody just dropping left and like. But you don't know who's next. Yeah. How they going now. Yeah. You think everything good, then nope, stabbed in the back. Nope, there go your jaw.
And that's good storytelling because he has to live because the show keeps going. But you still sweating the entire time. It's
like, I don't know how you going to get out of this one.
How you getting out of this one, Scoob?
That's how I felt about Jolene, talking about in the last episode. Yeah. Like after that prison fight, she was fucked up. Her knuckles was busted. She had like chunks torn out of her because fucking asteroid hit her in like her leg and her arm. And the only person that can heal her was like kind of down and out. So you gotta sit here just around a fucking prison. Wait for somebody to pass you a bottle of water. Like
All right. Let's see. Before we go, all right. So let's say somebody finally clears. We finally get maybe like 30 more chapters of Ultimate Muscle. Who do you think's taking it home? Who do you think's gonna do it justice?
I can only think of Netflix. That's it. Because if it's just general release, Crunchyroll, but it don't even seem like Crunchyroll. Like grabbing stuff like that anymore.
No, they don't. I think they're like directly from like whatever pool they're pulling from. It's just like it's not something that we touching over here. Like it's either got to be something that's old or like, but like they not like Mashal's going straight to
like Crunchy like
Kaiju's going straight.
The main exclusive they got is what
whatever run through Shonen Jump is going. What? Who's got Jujutsu?
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Because you can watch My Hero on you can watch My Hero, Black Clover on Funimation.
On Hulu.
I want to say Hulu. I know you can watch My Hero on Hulu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, One Piece is an exclusive. I think Jujutsu is like the only place you can watch.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. No, they're on Hulu too, right?
Attack on Titan, maybe Hulu.
So either Crunchyroll or Hulu.
Well, because also they're doing all right. So boom, if you want the simulcast, you want the new, probably go to Crunchy. But then also, hey, we'll give you the dub at some point. We'll give you the sub. We'll also give you like a dub, maybe a few episodes back or like pretty close to it, and you can watch the dub there and like kind of rock with it. Like Hulu's been pretty good about that, but some stuff, yeah, it's just like, hey man, you're probably not gonna get this here, or whatever the contract we signed. It's just like it's either gonna stay here or you gotta deep dive. Go to Tubi.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
That's the end of another great episode of Negro Jump. Thank you again for listening. As always, please hit us up. Linktree.com/jump ENT.
Yeah.
Get all the links to Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, our YouTube page with tons of other videos, full video episodes. You get to see our lovely faces if you're only listening to it. We also have a link to our Patreon. Everything that you donate, I like to think of as a tip jar, goes right back into the production for Negro Jump. The more that is coming in consistently, which we're also working on that for different streams of revenue, just not from the viewers and listeners, but all that money comes right back into production for this and making it better. And, shout out to Pattern Home.
Always.
Sure he appreciates y'all.
Yes, sir.
You patrons out there. So yeah, there's no minimum or maximum amount for you to subscribe. You can commit to just $1 a month and you get bonus lost episodes. You get monthly episodes. You get access to the live stream link of all our previous live streams that we've been getting busy on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all of those things. And yeah, that's about it. If you want to tell your friends about Negro Jump, let them know. If you don't see this guy in a shirt with a beard or a guy with dreads, then that's not where you should be at. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Get off that one. Get off that one.
I don't know what subreddit you stumbled upon.
Don't get drafted into something you're supposed to be.
Well, crazy right now. Just stay solid.
Yeah.
That's not Jump. So yeah, but I've been tried. This has been Cordero. This has been Negro Jump.
Is there
happy? What's another random holiday? What's like a cupcake day? That's too bland.
Happy national. There's a national something. You said National Cupcake Day?
Yeah, this is a National Everything Day.
Happy Free Ice Cream Day.
Ice Cream Day.
Ice Cream Day.
Nice.
Go to DQ.
That's damn. The only one in New York closed.
Damn.
COVID took that. COVID took everything, man.
All right, we going to Jersey. All right, y'all. Let's see y'all later.